I see on YouTube, Britt has a few questions. I think she's also new. They asked, what's his view on seed retention, monogamy versus polyamory, and then also about testosterone replacement and Ozempic.
Okay, so just everything.
I see even more questions coming in, but go ahead and.
We'll do one at a time for them.
Okay.
So what's their first question?
The first question is seed retention.
Seed retention. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to answer one question just to respect everybody, and then I'll answer somebody else's question. Then you can ask your next question. But if you have 10 questions, it's kind of like disrespectful to everybody else. So we'll just start with seed retention. Seed retention is cool, and you have a weaponized mechanism that nullifies your effectiveness in this reality. So you have a weaponized mechanism that it's activated through a route called shame and guilt. It disables a person. Shame and guilt completely disable the effectivity of a person in a specific, expansive way. So whenever you apply this weapon onto people, it's psychological, shame and guilt, they become suppressed in their ability. And a suppressed human deteriorates. You have to expand. That's why kids are expansive, they're explosive, they're out, because that's what life is. And kids are more full of life than most adults. Adults have more energy, like at least, contained energy, while kids are more alive or vital. When you understand that, you can use all the energy in your body to stay alive and vital with a bunch of vitality. But whenever you have been suppressed with shame and guilt, okay, this is a sin, that's bad, that's against God, all this other stuff, you don't even explore the different mechanisms and motors inside of you. So that being established, right? Seed retention is an amazing thing as long as it's approached in the right frame of mind. So if a man approaches seed retention because he hates women, wrong frame of mind. It's the wrong intentions. If a man approaches seed retention because he feels shameful, guilty because he's looked at corn, so like, let me just dedicate myself not to look at corn, still shame and guilt, wrong intentions. If a man is approaching seed retention out of love for himself, like, okay, cool, how can I give myself more energy and explore with this energy? It's the right intentions. When a man is doing it in the right intentions, if he spills and it comes out, no problem, no guilt, no shame, no worry. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, some came out, or it came out, like, okay, cool. There's plenty more. I could start over again, or just do it again. Not even start over. I'm just, okay, here's the next one. But if a person is exploring the seed retention, they bust or whatever, and it comes out, and they feel guilt and shame, it was exposing the wrong intentions. So I say, until a person actually loves themselves, there's no need to even do seed retention. It's not even worth it. It's better to let it flow, because it needs to flow. Like, it's good for this stuff to flow. Like, let stuff come out of you that wants to come out. If it wants to come out and you can feel in your body, don't hold it in. You got to urinate. You got to poop. You want to spill. There's no shame or guilt. You're not better if you don't, or like worse if you do. There's no shame or guilt in any of this stuff. But it's the freedom of embracing yourself and loving yourself through everything that you do. And when you know yourself and love yourself, the things that you do are actually good for you, or like beneficial, or in love towards you. So yeah, a person can do seed retention. And I specifically do some sort of form of seed retention. I don't spill. And I'll go a month, 2, 3, whatever, without spilling. But if I do spill, it's good. If I don't spill, it's good. I'm not better if I don't spill. I'm not worse if I do spill. Because the whole purpose of the seed retention isn't to do a practice. It's to simply give myself more energy so I can be more conscious in reality and be present with myself and engage with it. That's the only purpose of seed retention. So if you're doing it to try to boost testosterone or do all this other stuff, it's manipulation, and the intentions are distorted and perverted. Because you don't like women, because you feel guilty, because you want to boost your body or change all this other stuff. No, you definitely don't want to do that one.
No,
So if you're doing it because you don't like women, or red pill, whatever, black pill, like any of this stuff, If you do it in any other intentions except for want to know yourself and love yourself more, and there's no shame on if you spill or not, then yeah, explore. But it's not even that important. There's way more pressing issues and matters to explore, give your energy to, versus resisting not nutting. If it becomes obsessive and you're like, it's always on your mind, bro, just spill. It's way better. Because you have a life, and the whole purpose of life is to be engaged with yourself. So that would be my like little touch on seed retention, but we can talk about it more. There's a whole world of it out there. Like we can go deeper and like to meditative states and all kinds of stuff, right? So, but you need to keep yourself active, use it or lose it, right? So these things like testes are drivers, and each one does a specific one. Your left one and your right one are different. They do different things, but they're almost like drivers or generators to where they produce a type of energy, almost like catheters, like anode and cathode and stuff like that, to where catheter, like yeah, where they're in a sense they have a specific directed charge, almost like an AC current. You can go back and forth. And you can use this up your body and send energy like electricity almost throughout your body. And then with that, you can charge yourself up so you can become more conscious in reality. Everything that you should do should be to embrace reality more. If you're ever doing to have more muscles or whatever, you're wasting your energy and your time.